During my second tour of Afghanistan, we wanted to go down to this compound of interest. We thought it might have been a IED factory. Came under small arms fire on the way down. It was just sporadic fire. About 3 steps into the compound, it was just this huge explosion. It slowly knocked me off my feet. There was just dust everywhere. So at this point I knew I was the one that kind of stepped on the device. I started doing my first aid, so I patched myself up. I gave myself the morphine, and one of the first things I noticed, I looked down and my trousers had been blown off. So I had to kind of peek forward a bit, and I caught a glimpse of my leg. So the flesh around the knee had been blown off, all around the shin. I had 6 or 7 operations initially. It was about 2 to 3 months before I was, capable of walking properly. Then another couple of months till I could jog. After my injury, I was just so determined to get back to where I was, and then beyond what I was ever kind of capable of doing. I decided I wanted to travel to the North Pole. I knew there was a marathon there, the North Pole Marathon. It's hard to put into words what the North Pole was like. It was one of the best experiences of my life. I mean, you step foot off the plane and that cold just hits you. I managed to take second place, which I was really happy about. I mean, making that transition to civilian life was quite daunting. I did quite fancy doing something medical, and this role as an emergency care assistant, I could kind of learn how the ambulance service works and how it functions. I remember back then when I was in hospital and I had people caring for me and people looking out for me, and I remember thinking, what a fantastic job everyone's doing, and I would love to kind of be in that place myself where I could help other people out. Once I got out and I joined the ambulance service, it just felt fantastic that I was kind of doing the same thing those people were doing for me back at hospital. I'd love to give a massive thank you to the Benevolent Fund. They've been so helpful, through the whole process of my recovery. And a massive thank you to the Soldiering On Awards as well for kind of picking me for the award amongst everyone that got nominated, and thanks for having me at the award ceremony.